gotten another box in the mail, so we're going to open it up. Go ahead and open it up and see what's inside this little mystery box. I order stuff, I forget what I even order sometimes. So here's what we're going to get out of this box today. Okay, let's look inside.
Price $190.
You don't need to tell the price. Okay, so
Fire starting stuff.
wait a minute. We've got the
More fire starting stuff.
fire starting stuff.
More fire starting stuff.
Oh, okay, so we got 3 bags so far of like a fire starting kit. It's in a foiled bag that's sealed, and then once you would open it up here, and then you can zip it shut again. But there's different, you can see different ways of starting a fire. There's some fat wood in there, but we'll go into that. All right.
14-piece emergency signal kit.
All right, so this is the B.O.S.S signaling set. It's got 14-piece emergency signaling kit. It's got, well, we can go through this stuff later, but that's what's inside. But on the outside, what I like about these bags is you can really see what's inside them. You can look and see everything that's there, and then you'll know what's in each bag. And it will Ziploc shut again. So there's the B.O.S.S signaling set, okay?
30-piece water gathering kit.
Then we got the B.O.S.S 30-piece water gathering kit, and that's everything that's in there.
Turn it over. Oh.
And then again, when you turn it over, it shows you what all is in there. So we will open that up later too. Okay.
Yeah, 33-piece B.O.S.S fire starting kit.
All right, we have the B.O.S.S 33-piece fire starting kit, and that's everything.
See what's in there.
That's in there. All right, so this one is closed where you can't see what's in there, but this is, we will open that and show you. But that would go with the fire starting stuff that's up here. Okay.
And there's another fire starting bag.
All right, we have one more there. Okay.
Fishing and hunting, 127-piece fishing and hunting kit.
All right, so this is the fishing and hunting, and B.O.S.S stands for Bug Out Survival Supplements. So 127-piece fishing and hunting kit, and that's everything that's inside of this kit. And then this one does not show, you just have to, but, okay.
The B.O.S.S navigation kit.
Okay. The B.O.S.S navigation kit. It's 16-piece land navigation kit, and this is everything that's in there. And this one does have the clear thing where you can see what's inside your thing. It's got some pretty interesting items in there. We'll check that out in a little bit. Okay.
That's north, according to this compass, so they're the same. A witty compass.
All right, we've got a small compass that I guess on a lanyard that we could put.
It came in the box.
It did come in the box.
It was separate from everything else.
All right, so that's, I guess, a bonus prize.
B.O.S.S 22-piece shelter building kit.
And then this is the B.O.S.S 22-piece shelter building kit, and it shows you what all's inside. Tells you everything that's in it, and again, it does have the see-through where you can kind of see what's inside. So out of this package that I ordered, I've got the B.O.S.S shelter. So we could do everything in this box. We could do shelter, we could water gathering, we could do land navigation, we've got fishing and hunting, we've got an emergency single kit, like signaling for help.
Make your smoke purple, orange, and green.
We've got some 33-piece B.O.S.S fire start, but we got the starter, and then we actually have a few extra refills for when you use up your thing. So with everything here, I would be set for shelter, fire, water, land navigation, some fishing and hunting, and some singling if I see some help. So wait, before we open up each one of these, this is what we got so far. We're going to go over each one individually. So we'll set this aside a second. Which one are you opening?
I'm just going to take this part off.
The first one he's going through. Hold on. So today we're going to go through the
22-piece shelter building kit.
22-piece building.
It's got an 84-inch by 84-inch waterproof tarp, a 50-foot of paracord, 6 line adjusters, 6 aluminum tent stakes, 11 plastic ground covers. Oh, 1 plastic ground cover. Sorry. How to do that, I don't know. 1 mylar blanket, 8 8-inch zip ties, a folding saw, 1 survival information sheet. Tells you how to use that stuff.
All right, so let me zoom in on the B.O.S. Okay, so like he just read, this is everything that's in there. All right. You tear off the top part, but then you can zip lock and use it again as you need it. Did you tear it off enough, maybe?
You just got it daggone
Use your muscle, yeah.
stronger than I am
All right.
lately. I've been in the hospital too much.
All right, so,
There's your tarp.
all right, this tarp is a 84 by 84 waterproof tarp.
I said that already.
I'm going over it. And the tarp itself, let's just get a look at this tarp here. It's you know, fairly, it's pretty good. Okay. We'll see if it has grommets on it in a little bit, but there's your tarp. And then these are your
Zip ties.
zip ties.
Here's your information sheet on how to use this stuff.
Okay, the information sheet, it shows you the different ways to use the tarp, different ways you can set it up, and how to do some shelter or survival tips. So it tells you that.
Some decent looking aluminum pegs.
All right, what, six of these?
Yep.
So 6 tent pegs, and they are the metal-like
Aluminum.
They're in aluminum, and they have the red cords on them so you can find them. So there's the,
A folding saw for softwood. This is the big teeth.
okay, it's like a folding saw.
It is a folding saw for softwood.
Okay,
It's the big teeth version.
all right, let me look at the,
It has several settings. You go around and you can lock it here like so, or you can lock it way back here so you don't hit your hand on the ground when you're down close.
okay.
So
So,
you got, like if you was sawing something that was real close to the ground, you could saw it and not hit your hand.
okay, and put it in the other setting so I can show them again.
And then the one for cutting it is like if it's off a tree branch.
Okay.
Pretty nice looking little saw. It's got the big teeth, so you have to use it for pine or
It's a folding saw, yeah.
something soft.
So, okay,
Dead.
so you get a knife,
A saw,
a saw,
mylar blanket,
your Milo emergency blanket, which is 52
52
by
inches.
84.
Okay. 50 foot of paracord.
Here's our 50-foot of paracord.
And a ground sheet.
And then a nice ground sheet. These are nice to have under your tents or anything, but there's the ground sheet.
And these are little locks that you can put on so you don't have to use a trucker's hitch. You can just run your cord through there and
Yeah,
stop it.
they give you, what, 6 of these? 6 of these little hoop things that you can put. So in this kit, that's everything. In this kit here, this is everything you get out of it. You got the instructions and this area all right here. Let me see if I can go up higher. So that's everything you get out of that. So that's pretty nice. That would be enough to build a shelter, get you through an emergency. All right, we're going to put this away and then go to our next kit. All right, we were just putting this away, but this does have the grommets. It's got some grommets with it on the and the side. So that's a pretty nice little shelter there, shelter kit. And he's putting it back in the bag, and you can see all the stuff as it's in there. All right, we're going to start with the B.O.S 30-piece water gathering set kit, and this is everything that's in it. We're going to open it up. He's already pulled off the tab. You just pull this tab off, and it's got a Ziploc bag where you can re-zip it, and it's got a see-through where you can see what's on the outside. But he's going to pull out each item, and we're going to tell you everything he pulls out. All right, those are your stand-up bags. You don't have to take them out. What are they, 3, 4?
1 liter water bags.
Okay. So the first thing you have is the 1 liter bags, and these will stand up. They're stand up.
Yeah, 1 liter stand up.
1 liter bags. So when you put your water in it, they would actually stand up on the edge as the thing. So you get how many of those?
3.
3 of these.
Yeah, I'll put that away later.
Okay. So we get 3 of the stand-up bags, water, stand-up liter bags.
1 filter.
This is a Frontier straw, so this is how you would. We won't have to open that, but everybody, it's the straw that you filter through your thing. This would be the instructions on how to use that. But you get like a Frontier straw, water filter. You would fill your water up in here and then maybe drink it out with the straw. Okay?
Okay. There's your instructions.
This comes with some instructions on how to use all this equipment, so that's nice. Comes with how to do some things. Whoops. The water survival tips. And different ways to get your water. Okay.
Coffee filters.
You get some coffee filters, which is nice because you can, like, if you
6 coffee filters.
6 coffee filters, and they're at the cone shape, so it'll be easy to put into your bag. But you have to pull out of a stream. Go to something else.
5. No, that's not 5.
Just go to something else. Pull something else on.
That's a metal. That's foil.
Here's some foil. But they give you some pieces of foil.
A 2 by 24 inch by 30 plastic bags. There are 2 of those.
2 of the big bags. This is how you can carry like a bucket of water, but they're in bags. Or maybe you can collect rainwater.
Charcoal.
They give us a little pouch of charcoal so that if you need to set up your charcoal system to shows how to do the charcoal
with the water filter or the coffee filters.
With the coffee filters,
to
yes.
filter your water.
Shows you how to do that.
Tube for your straw, I guess.
This is your tube. It should come with a syringe to show, like if you go in between a rock or the water's like where you can't hardly reach it very good.
For the straw, I guess. Some kind of little pouch.
To put your tabs in if you want. Here's another one of these little pouches, but they have the aqua tabs that you could put the aqua tabs in.
A little piece of cardboard for
This is a sponge, and once you get this wet, it will absorb, and then you can squeeze water into like a container or bowl. But this is like it's a
if you're getting
sponge,
out of a mud puddle or something.
and you can, get some water and squeeze it. They give you a little bit of a bowl in case I would need to maybe boil some water. There's some water to boil it in, or maybe to dip it out of the water.
Or use the sponge or whatever.
There's your syringe, and the syringe goes with this piping. If you would be like if the water would be down through the rock.
3 little towels.
These are little towel things that absorb water as well. When you get them wet, again, you would squeeze your water out of there.
And that's the end of the bag.
And that's everything in this kit. So that's this kit here. That's everything in this kit right here. Today we are going to do the Fishing and Hunting B.O.S.S Bug Out Survival Supplement. This is a 12-piece fishing and hunting kit. This shows everything that's in the kit. Okay, it's in a nice little bag. It has a place where you would open it up here and then you can zip it back shut again. So we're going to show you everything that's in there. You would just zip off the very top. And it's got a nice tight Ziploc to keep things zipped up. After, once you open it, you would be able to re-zip it. So that's a nice thing. And so we'll start bringing out things that's inside. Just bring out one thing at a time.
1 folding multi-tool. 6 3/8" slingshot ammo. 6 screw eyes. Don't know what the heck these.
Oh, to put on
okay,
your
in
fishing
fishing
pole.
line. 2 1.5" floats. 4 jig heads. 1 slingshot band. 4 4-inch zip ties. 20-foot square wire, snare wire, sorry. 5 safety pins. 1 razor blade. 2 large screws. 100 yards, 8-pound test line. 20-foot, 50-pound test line. 30 hooks. 20 swivels. 1 6-foot stringer. 1 yo-yo reel. 25 weights. 5 artificial lures. 5 artificial grubs. 5 salmon eggs. 1 survival information sheet.
All right. As he brings it out one thing at a time. Oh, okay.
Safety pins. I didn't see that on there.
Yeah. So this has got some safety pins in here. It also has looks like
Screws.
some screws. So that's all in this bag.
This has hooks, weights, and the thingies you tie on your fish lines.
All right, so you got your hooks and your weights here.
And a
And
couple
some
artificial little
artificial.
bait thingies.
Okay. So there's your second bag.
Here's your worms.
Okay, they give you some artificial worms in that little kit.
There's a lot of stuff in there. Zip ties.
You get a couple little zip ties.
There's another one in there somewhere, I think. Supposed to be 4.
There's zip ties.
Your line.
Stringer line.
Put your, yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's your stringer.
There's your directions.
Again, it comes with some instructions. It shows you your fishing instructions. It gives you different ways to do your fishing. And on the back, it shows you how to do your snares. So that's pretty interesting. And it even shows you how to skin it. So that's your information.
Your salmon eggs.
Here's your salmon eggs. Nice little tube that they give them to you in. So there's your salmon eggs.
There's your 100 yards of 8-pound test line.
And then you get some test line, 8 pounds.
8-pound test line,
8
100 yards.
pounds of a
In other
100
words,
yard
it can hold
test
an
line.
8-pound fish without breaking.
Okay.
Some wire for your snare.
And some. This is the wire they give you to do your snare traps. That's your yo-yo.
Yeah, but it's also got your 100-pound test line in there, I think.
Okay, so you can use that for fishing or a snare. There's your 100 yo-yo. It's got some setup ready for you.
More strings or something. Your bobbers for your fish line.
Gives you 2 little bobbers.
A slingshot thingy.
Alright, so this would be for the slingshot. And the snares would be
Yours-
hunting,
make-
fishing.
Find your own Y stick and make one. Is what this
Yeah,
point is.
you would get a stick or like a Y stick and then
There's
make your
some
yo-yo.
thread for something.
They give you a bobbin and some thread.
What a multi-tool in a case.
Okay, this is a small multi-tool, but if you're out there and it's got a little case
Well,
with
at
it,
least you can skin your fish, I guess.
you can at least push your bobbins together or, you know, squeeze your weights and
There's
stuff.
the weights. Where's the razor blade? You said there's a razor
And-
blade.
The razor blade's in here.
Oh, okay.
And then this would go with the thing. So for the hunting part, it would be the snare. For the fishing, I guess you would do fishing.
And the slingshot. And
This would be fishing, and this would all be snare. So this would be your hunting stuff that you would need. And then up here would be your fishing stuff. And then they do give you a small utility
multi-tool.
multi-tool.
Let's see what it does.
Okay, let's open it and see.
Well, obviously you got your pliers.
So
Little mini tool, multi-tool with the back thingy.
your multi-tool.
Comes with a little Phillips screwdriver
Come with your little Phillips screwdriver, okay?
and a little blade, which is not very sharp, but that's probably okay in this situation. And on the other side you have the flathead screwdriver and a file.
Okay.
And then in the middle, I forgot how this works exactly, but I'll figure it out again, I guess. There's a way to open that, I know it. I did it before.
There you go.
Well, your little pliers with your fish hook remover and your line stripper and a wire cutter in there, but you'd have to have a heck of a grip to cut the wires with that. But anyway, there you go. That's your little baby multi-tool that came in this set.
All right, let me see it before you put it back together. All right, so it does come with a small multi-tool, and it's about the size of that. Fits right here. He showed you the different tools on the side that's inside. Can you pull out everything so they all stick out at the same time? All right, so when you see it, it shows a screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver here, straight screwdriver here, your file, and I guess this is considered your knife then.
Yeah, that's the blade.
Okay, so that is your multi-tool. It does have a keychain if you want to put it on your chain. Also has this little pouch right here. It's just got a wee little tiny pouch. There's the pouch. Let me put it in my hand so you can see how big it is. It's just a little tiny pouch. And it actually has a place to put it on your belt if you need to. So there's the fishing one. Of course, it does have the instructions, your instruction sheet. This is the instruction sheet that shows how to set up the snares. Also shows how to set up a fishing pole. So this one shows different ways to make a snare, your slingshot, how to skin the animal.
Different knots.
This in here shows the different knots for your fishing. So this one is the 127-piece fishing and hunting from B.O.S.S. Okay. All right, today we're going to go over the 16-piece land navigation kit. This is from B.O.S.S. B.O.S.S stands for Bug Out Survival Supplement. Okay, we're going to show you, and it has a nice bag. It shows clear what's on the inside. Once you tear the top off, it has a Ziploc where you can zip it again. So he's going to open and show us what's inside, or you can read what's out on the outside.
Alright, I'll read what's on the outside.
And then we can
It's
show it.
base plate compass, made in USA, 6 reference cards, a magnifier, ranger beads, 6 waterproof index cards, military style coordinate scale, 2 map bags, pencil, mechanical piece counter. Oh, mechanical pace counter. I can't see for crap. 1 survival information sheet.
Okay, so, and one thing nice is this bag, you can see what's on the inside, but he's going to open it and bring out one piece at a time.
Well, it's your mechanical pace counter. Every time you take a step, you push the button.
Yep, so you would set it and then you can reset it, but that way you could tell if you went 150 paces or whatever. Okay.
Huh. Compass don't say north and south, it just says 0 degrees, so I guess that's supposed to be north, huh?
I guess that's one you would put on the map. Alright, so we have this compass. It has your, on the side it's got your measurements. The arrow, you would have to put it this way to show you which way you're going. But you would set this, you'd have to know how to read a compass so that you would know how to work it. But it does show, and this is one thing you need to learn, is how to read a compass. Everybody needs to take a class of some sort on how to read the compass.
How to use it.
How to use it. So this is saying north is that way. Okay. So there you got your compass. What's next?
A water bag.
These are your map bags that you put your maps in so they don't get wet.
I thought they were water bags.
So it shows, you know, so you have 2 of these that you can put your maps in and they won't get wet. You could also use this to collect water if you need it to, but on the land one, it's to keep your materials dry, I would think.
Map reading and navigation book.
This, yeah, map
She
reading
needs to
and
read
land
that.
navigation book. And this is actually from headquarters of the Department of the Army. It's approved for public release. All right, so that's a nice little book. And this is something you would definitely want to, it would tell you all kinds of things, how to use your compass. I saw as I was skimming through right there. But this is something that you would almost kind of like to have a knowledge of this before you even get out there. But if you you could look something up and say, all right, starting from scratch now. But this is actually a pretty cool little book. It's got all kinds of information in there about map reading and finding your way. So this is a good book. I'm surprised this isn't made out of like where it won't get wet. It's just regular paperback.
It's not laminated.
It's not laminated. That's the word I was looking for. But it's pretty cool on everything, how to do things. You could look it up and turn that page and read it if you need to find out things. But this is something you would almost want a little bit of knowledge before you get out there. So that's a good thing. Okay. We have
A little pack of map tools. It comes with a UTM, whatever that is, and an MGRS, whatever that is, and a USNG, whatever that is. Latitude and longitude thingy. Time, speed, and distance graph. Millimeter grid. Inclement for slope angle, and pocket magnifier.
Go ahead and take it out of that plastic bag and see each item.
Well, I don't really use him.
I'll get it back in
I might
there.
know how to use that.
All right, so this is a pencil.
There's your magnifying glass.
It does come with a small magnifying glass so that you could put it on the map and be able to read, to zoom in, to use it as a magnifying glass. This would also be a good magnifying glass.
Something to do with grids, but I don't
And these are
understand that.
your information cards. This is just how some information
Show
that
the
you
back.
could read. It shows how to read the cards, how to read the maps. So, and they have a hole here where you can put it on a ring, like a key ring.
The ring's in here.
The ring is in there, good. So it shows how to read a longitude. This is something, again, you would want to go over this and kind of be
You
familiar.
have to read the book before you know how to use it.
Yeah, you would want to be familiar with all these things because that way you would know how to use them and how they work. But it has a lot of good information with it. This is something that you definitely want to familiar yourself with.
Figure out how steep something is.
But at least it's got some cards to kind of guide you so that you can maybe figure out things.
Time, news, and distance chart.
Yeah, so they're pretty
Put these on the
interesting.
map for
Time, speed,
sometime
and
read 'em.
distance. But this is definitely a pack that you would want to go over and be familiar with and
You have to
know
read the book.
and read the book and know exactly what's going on. And then once you know all that information, these would be very handy as tools. So, and this is just your information pack. It tells you about the cards and stuff. But again, this particular one would definitely want to familiarize yourself, maybe even educate yourself with all this stuff before you would just throw it in your bag and expect it to do any good for you. And it did come with a ring to put your things on. So that's kind of cool. And a pencil. And I bet that pencil is one that you can write on wet paper with. I don't know. Okay. This is another tool they have. It's like a ruler and a, let me see if I can focus on that, coordinate scale and projector. So again, this is something that we would want to be familiar with before we got out in the field with that. But this would be a
And
good,
paper to write your figures and directions down on, so you don't have to stop and figure it out again.
yep, and this gives you some cards to write on. And I think these cards are actually waterproof, or where you can write on them even when it's wet. So
Your pace speed, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
for every so many steps, you push another
7,
bead.
8, 9, and then you go over here and you go 10, and then you go pull this one back and do it all over again, and you can get up to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 paces.
Yeah, so again, this is something you would need to be educated on how to use. But this is your walking pace beads.
And I ain't sure what the glow in the dark string's all about.
It gives you some glow in the dark. I guess you can mark maybe a trail, or, but it does come with some glow in the dark. Okay. So we have the pencil, the magnifying glass.
Showing you the difference between true north and navigation north. And there's some more facts and figures I don't understand.
Yeah. Some
And
more.
an experimental map so you can figure out how to read a map while you're reading
Right.
the book.
And here's some more educational things, exactly how to use things. So that's good information. Again, you would want to have this already knowledge. You would want to be familiar with this information and not just throw it in your kit and expect to know exactly what to do with it. This is something you would want to work on, experiment. They give you a trial map that you can kind of to learn. So, and then once you actually have it, when you go somewhere, you would want to have the real map to go wherever you are to go. But this is some very interesting, it has some good information here. Like I said, this kit here definitely is one that you would want educated on before you get it out in the field. and rely on it. But once you are familiar with these things and know how these things work, this would be very useful if you were
We're out somewhere where there wasn't a cell phone.
Yeah, for land and navigation. So this kit here is one that you need to be educated on. This is one that knowledge is key here.
You should leave it out somewhere. I might want to get around to reading it.
Yeah.
But she never does. She puts it away and hides it.
All right, well, this is one we need to be studying on. All right, thanks for watching.
Gym lights. 10 reflective tracks. Matches. 6 feet reflective cordage. Orange smoke cartridge. 15 feet orange vinyl ribbon. Fluorescent dye marker. Chalk. Permanent marker. 5 reflective patches. 5 sheets waterproof paper. Mylar signal panel blanket. Survival information sheet.
All right, so this is the singling one. Like I said, it does have a clear thing on the back where you can kind of see what's in there, but we're going to go through each item and see what it says, or show each item as he pulls it out.
All right, fluorescent dye powder.
All right. The fluorescent dye paddle. This is as if you're out in the water, like on a boat somewhere. I believe this is the stuff that you can put in. It says on water, it dyes water and snow a brilliant color, fluorescent color, green. Use when craft is in sight. Because apparently if you use it too soon, it will dissolve and they won't see it. So when you see them in sight, you would spray this out on the water or in the snow, and they'll be able to see it, but it's powder. So that's what this is. Okay.
One little itsy bitsy compass.
They do give you a small compass, and I guess it's on where you can put it on a lanyard, or it has a small, tiny lanyard there. But this is a small compass to kind of help you know where you're at.
Glow in the dark string.
All right, this here is some cordage, but it glows in the dark.
Signal mirror.
This is a singling mirror, which you would show as you know, if you see the craft. It's a star flash signaling mirror. And it's got the star where you could look through there so that you focus on an item and then try to single. So there's that.
Reflective tape.
This is some reflective tape. This is good to mark your trail. You can put it on a tree, thumbtack it to a tree, and then at night you'd be able to...
Stick it on your tent so you can find your way back to it after you walk to the...
Yeah, that's
in
true.
the dark, and it'll reflect the light.
Okay.
Paper book of matches.
This is just your paper matches. Again, I would upgrade these matches if I was to put this in my kit, but there are some paper matches, and if all else fails, you at least have this.
Shadow Art permanent marker fine point.
Okay, they give you a black Sharpie.
No, it's a Shadow Art.
It's a Shadow Art marker. So if you would need to leave some instructions of where you are or write a message, you'd have that.
Your orange ribbons.
Yeah, this is the orange ribbons. Again, as if you would be going down a trail and you want to mark it, or as you go somewhere, then whoever is trying to rescue you could tie this to a tree branch or put it up with a thumbtack. But these are some flags that you can mark where you were.
One piece of chalk.
This is a chalk that if you can write on rocks, if you need to make a message or point an arrow, like I went this way. Chalk writes on rocks really good, and you can leave a message or push, again, you could point an arrow to which way you went.
I think that's the signal flare, orange signal flare. You like that? And the smoke's orange
Yeah,
or whatever.
this is one of those smoke flares, and I don't know if it tells you how long this will actually burn. So again, you want to make sure that the craft that your rescue people are close by before you would light this up, because if you light it
it's
too
an orange
soon.
smoke cartridge. It don't tell you nothing else other than that.
Okay, so this is when you see help in sight. You would light this so
And
they
it
would see
throw
the
out
smoke.
orange smoke
Yeah.
and draw attention to you.
So that would be when you see people close by and you want them to show where you were at.
Waterproof writing paper.
All right, they give you a couple pieces of the waterproof writing paper. Again, you could write with the marker with this message or information.
Emergency thermal blanket, which you can signal with because it's orange on one side.
Yes.
And so forth.
You could use many uses, multiple uses for this. The size is 62 by 82. And it is reusable, waterproof, windproof, helps prevent shock, and also reflects up to 90% of your body weight. One side is orange. Heat. Okay. One side is orange, one side is silver. So this is another thing that would be, if someone's trying to find you, you could use as a
Signal with
signaling
the right side and
to get them to you.
draw attention.
This
Glow
is
sticks.
These are, they give you 2 glow sticks. Again, this is something that if you didn't have a flashlight, you could use to crack and it would show you light. It's also a way you could single things. And one thing I've seen one of the videos do is you take one of these things, there's a hole right here, and if you put your string on it and tie it, then whenever you swing it around, it will make like a, kind of like a helicopter thing, but the light will go round and around. I've seen someone do that.
Don't shake it up, it'll kick
Yeah,
in
you don't
and
want to
they
shake it
don't-
up and use it until it's time. You have to break them. You have to bend them to start them, activate them. But those are the emergency things, okay?
Well, there's directions on how to build a fire and how to build a brush shelter.
Okay, so they do give you some helpful information to look for some wood and things that are fast burn, how to do kind of a shelter to get you through the night. It has some different
And on the
questions
back,
for
there's
you.
more stuff.
It also gives you some tips on how to use the mirror, how to look, and when you see the plane, how to use it. So this is a good information sheet that you have, and I believe these are on waterproof paper. Okay.
Orange thumbtacks.
These orange thumbtacks could be used for several different things, but the tacks by themselves, they will reflect if you're having a light and they can see which way you went. But you could also use these thumbtacks to type up, to thumbtack your ribbons if you didn't tie them to the tree. So this is, they give you a couple of those, but even without the ribbon, these reflect, I believe. Okay, that's a pretty loud whistle. This is a whistle.
And it's got a clip on it
And
that's hooking on your shirt or whatever.
Yeah, it does have a clip that you can clip it onto like a shirt pocket, or even, you know, something that you could clip it onto. And then it does have a really loud whistle that they can hear. And of course, if you blow it 3 times in a row, that's a signal for help, like 3 short blows, like blow, blow, blow. So that's what that is. So that was everything in the B.O.S.
And you could use that
Singling.
bag to put water in because it'll sit flat.
Yeah, and all these bags, yeah, this has got the bottom where if I needed to use this bag itself, it is a nice bag. I could use it to collect items in, to collect water in. You know, I might even be able to drink out of that. But the bags do sit up on the edge, and so they give you a container kind of to, if you need to collect water in and stuff. But this is everything that came in this kit. These are the glow sticks there. But it has different ways that you could single for help. And so that's kind of a cool little kit there. But that's everything that came in that singling kit.
Apparently you got to aim in front of the airplane.
Yeah. It shows how to use it. All right. Let's get back to the next kit. Okay, today we're going to do the B.O.S 33-piece fire starting kit. It tells you everything that's in the kit on here. This one doesn't have a see-through bag, but we also bought the additional refill kit, and it does have a see-through thing so you can see. But one thing nice is once you tear these off, they do have a Ziploc bag where you can zip this thing stuff. We use our fire starting kits all the time. I love them. So he's going to tell everything that's in that.
Hopefully the battery holds out on the camera because that one's low. Lighter, steel wool, 4 pieces of char cloth, 2 tea light candles, ferrocerium rod with the striker, pocket magnifier, matches, 6 magnesium capsules, 1 ounce of fatwood sticks. I can't speak English. Foil paper, pencil sharpener, 6 cotton tender tabs, 10 feet jute twine, waterproof tender ball, wire saw, 6 feet Kevlar thread, flange bearing. Okay, flange bearing, that's what you put for your bow drill. Okay, folding knife, survival information sheet. Last time I couldn't read that.
Okay. So he's going to show us each item.
This is take 3. 1 Bic lighter with a safety.
All right, so we're getting a small Bic lighter. It does have a thing that goes around where it won't leak out until you actually take that off, so that's kind of nice.
It's a zip tie.
A zip tie. It's
one wet wood fire starter. You light that, you can light. It'll dry the wood out and burn.
This is really good. Yeah, I like to have a couple more of those in my kit, but these do really good. It could be sopping wet outside, and you can still get a fire started. Word of advice: don't light it with a
electric lighter. It'll zap you. And
yeah.
If you do, you got to lay it down and light it. You can't hold it and light it.
Yeah. So there's that.
And there's.
Okay, here has some steel wool in here. This is something, if you would have, like you could take your battery out of your flashlight and light it, or this would actually light with the match, or with the lighter probably, but this would be some steel wool to get a fire started.
Magnesium capsules. They only need a spark and they'll light, but they'll light fast and they'll burn fast.
Yep. You break open and pour the powder on the tinder, light with any available source, and so you pour them out of the capsules, but these are a quick burn. These light up really fast and they burn really fast. So you have to have all your tinder bundles ready. This is a friction saw to cut some small wood. You hold on to it and then you use your friction, and
you can put some sticks in there with the handle and make it like that.
Oh yeah. All right. So you take your friction saw to cut some small wood. Okay.
Waterproof matches.
You get the UCO waterproof matches. There's 40 of those in there.
Char cloth.
They give you a couple pieces of char cloth that they have made. 4 pieces of char cloth. And again, char cloth is something that will take a spark even with a ferro rod and light up.
Don't burst into flames worth a darn.
It's just a spark. You just get a spark with that.
You get a spark and you got to put that in something that will light. And there's that.
All right, they give you a pretty nice ferro rod. Look how thick that is.
That's a good ferro rod.
It's about the size of my pinky. Look, it's about the same size.
I've been using in my kit.
Yeah, it's about the same size as my pinky. So, and they give you a ferro rod and then the striker, and it actually comes on a lanyard that you can use. But that's a nice ferro rod. That's a nice size ferro rod.
2 tea light candles.
All right, 2 tea light candles. These are nice to use.
They also, if you light them, you can get a wet fire going.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can get a wet fire going with those with no problem.
Also, your fat wood.
They give you a thing of fat wood. Again, you could make this stretch if you wanted to.
If you shave them down, you can light them with the ferro rod, but they won't light with the ferro rod like that. But
you could also use the pencil sharpeners. Yeah.
Yeah, or the pencil sharpener. Yeah.
Yeah, put the pencil sharpener on there, and you can make some. You can also make a feather stick with that if you needed to.
And a piece of paper to show you how to use that stuff.
Of course, every kit does come with some instructions, some helpful hints. This shows how to do a bow and drill, which shows you how to do it, how to make it. And on the back side, it has some tips for fire starting basics, starting the fire, and starting the fire with the batteries. So it does show you about that.
Magnifying
They
glass.
give you a magnifying glass. So,
I want to start carrying them so I can read this stuff.
yeah.
Piece of foil.
Yeah, they give you a small piece of foil, which I thought they would use a whole piece of foil, but this is white on the back. But this is something you could actually put your shavings
you
on.
Shave your,
Yeah. You could put your
You shave your
magnesium
fat.
down there too.
Yeah, that would work too.
So this is what you could, put some stuff on.
There's the jute. You just cut a piece of that off and it'll light real quick.
Yeah, jute twine.
Fine.
It makes a good fire starter.
These are good fire starters, but don't leave them. You got to unravel them a bit before you light
Yeah,
them.
they give you these cotton things, and what you do is you try to tear them apart, fray them a little bit, and they light up really good.
But if you leave them like that, they won't burn for crap.
Yeah, I like those. Those are a good fire starter.
And a little razor knife.
Yeah, they give you just a small blade. Of course, most people will already have a blade on them. Most people, if they're out in the woods, will already have some type of a blade. But just in case you don't have a blade on you, they're giving you this like a razor blade knife.
Maybe
that
you need to
could cut.
shave.
Or whatever. Yeah, maybe you need to shave. But at least they gave you something. But like I said, most people, when you're out in the woods, you already have a knife on you of some sorts. So there's that.
There's the bearing block for your bow drill and your pencil sharpener in one
Yeah.
thing.
So if you made a bow drill, this is the bearing for it. And there's instructions on how to do
Bearing
it.
block. You got to do that way you won't catch your one that's in your hand on fire.
Right. And they give you a small pencil sharpener that you can take some twigs and shave again. Or you can take your fat wood and shave it. Like a pencil shaving.
I guess that would be your string for your bow.
Yeah, I guess this is the string to go with the bow drill. Whoops. The string, where is
your
it?
water cup.
To go with the bow drill. The bearing and the string to make a bow drill. And again, this does show how to do the bow drill. How you would do it. So, and then again, this bag does sit up too. This would sit on its own. So if I needed to, I could use this to collect water, or I could use this as a container of some sort. And
now
then
the refill bag has fat wood in it. It has that in it, and it has
this in it,
yeah,
and the jute twine,
and the pills.
and the pills. Capsules are in there too. Does it have the this? So this here, if you get the refills. If you get the refill bag, this is what comes in the refill bag. So I really like these fire starting.
And we got 3 days out of it. Well, technically 4 days with that.
Yeah.
Out of the refill bag.
Yeah. So that's if you buy the refill.
Almost a week of cooking out of this.
Yeah. Fire starting, and we had some really wet weather too. So
yeah.
we were almost in the
wind was
swamp.
blowing like the sun
and the
was
wind, yes. So these are really good fires. And then this what comes in the 33-piece set. So all of this together. So this is the 33-piece set B.O.S.S kit.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
We're trying to be